Sometimes doing nothing is the most important thing. Close your eyes for just a second. Think about something or someone you've been holding on to for too long. Maybe it's an old hurt, a friendship that slowly faded, a version of yourself you've been trying to keep alive even though it doesn't fit anymore. What would it feel like to simply let it go? Her name was Priya, and she had too much. Priya was the kind of person who kept everything. Old text messages she never replied to, clothes that no longer fit but felt too familiar to donate, friends who drained her but whom she couldn't imagine leaving because leaving felt like failure. She had 4 WhatsApp groups she never muted, a calendar with no white space, and a drawer full of notebooks she kept buying but never opened. On the outside, her life looked full. On the inside, it was suffocating. The day she sat on her kitchen floor at 2 a.m., not crying, just empty, she realized something had to change. Not her job, not the city she lived in, not her relationship. Something deeper, something she had been avoiding for years. She had been holding on to the idea that more people, more things, more plans meant more life. The fear underneath. Here's what nobody talks about when they say, let go. Letting go is terrifying because letting go means admitting that something you loved, a relationship, a dream, a habit, no longer serves you. And that feels like a kind of loss, even when what you're losing was already hurting you. Priya had a best friend she'd known since college. They used to call each other every week, but somewhere in the last 2 years, those calls became excuses, then silences, then polite texts on birthdays. She kept the friendship alive out of loyalty, out of history. But every time they spoke, she felt smaller, like her growth was something to apologize for. The same was true with her apartment. Boxes of university notes she'd never open again, books she bought to impress people at dinner parties, a shelf full of things that belonged to a version of her that no longer existed. She was living with ghosts, and the weight of it all, the weight of carrying the past into every single day, was exhausting in a way that sleep couldn't fix. The lightness on the other side. One Sunday morning, Priya decided to start small. Not a grand purge, not a dramatic goodbye, just one box. She went through it slowly. An old journal, a scarf from an ex, a photo from a trip that ended in a fight. And for each thing, she asked herself one question. Does this belong to who I am now or who I was trying to be? That question changed everything. Because she realized that holding on wasn't loyalty, it wasn't love, it wasn't even nostalgia. It was fear. Fear that if she let the old version go, there would be nothing left. That the new version, the quieter, slower, more intentional version, wouldn't be enough. But as she set things aside, something strange happened. She felt lighter. Not happy exactly, just spacious, like a room that had been opened after years of being closed. There's a Japanese concept called ma, the art of meaningful emptiness, the pause between notes in music, the white space in a painting, the silence in a conversation that says more than words. Priya had spent her whole life afraid of empty space. She was only beginning to understand that the empty space was where she could finally breathe. You don't have to decide everything today. Letting go is not a single moment. It's not the dramatic scene in a movie where someone releases a balloon into the sky and suddenly feels free. It's quieter than that. It's the morning you stop checking someone's Instagram story. The afternoon you finally donate the clothes you've been saving. The evening you sit in silence without feeling it and realize you don't miss the noise. Priya is still figuring it out. Some days she reaches for her phone and opens those old message threads again. Some days, she buys something she doesn't need. But she's learning. She's learning that the life she actually wants doesn't require more, it requires less, but chosen with more intention. And maybe that's where it starts for you too. Not with a big decision, not with a dramatic farewell, just with one honest question. What are you still carrying that was never really yours to hold? Take your time with that. There's no rush. If this resonated with you, take a slow breath before you scroll. Leave a comment about one small thing that brings you peace, and subscribe if you'd like more stories like this.